Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Ironbark Podcast. I am your host, Epion, and today, this week, this beautiful week, I got an article for you guys. I got a pretty cool one. And then we're going to talk about some of my X content. The content is beautiful. It's wonderful, even. Look at this content. There's plenty of content. So, we're going to talk about cavity nesting birds decorate with snakeskin to deter predators from their nests, obviously. So this article comes out of ScienceDaily.com, and it's a source from Cornell University. So I guess there was a study done on it. I can't find a study. I'm sure if I scroll to the bottom of the article, it would cite it, but we're lazy up in here. So let's go with it right now. When a bird drapes its nest with snakeskin, it isn't just an interesting decor choice. Researchers find that some birds it keeps predators at bay. For some birds, it keeps predators at bay. When a bird drapes its nest, I'm not going to read. So scientists combine new historical data to show birds that nest in cavities. So these are like covered nests with small openings, as opposed to like those bowls you normally see, are more likely to use shed snake skins in their construction than birds who build open cup nests. And this practice helps deter predators from eating the eggs. So I guess like the idea behind this is that you cover it with snakeskin. Maybe other snakes think, oh, fuck, that's a bigger snake. I'm going to stay away from it. Maybe it thinks. So I'm thinking like things like small mice, rodents, things that snakes eat. We'll see that. Maybe they'll smell it and be like, no, not today. That's a snake's nest. Not going near it. So it's kind of a cool strategy. And I guess depending on what kind of snakes they are, if they're not a constrictor or something, they may actually have difficulty getting up into a tree. So what do snakes eat? They eat a lot of mice and small mammals, said the senior researcher and lead author of the paper published in the journal The American Naturalist. So that's where this whole thing stems from. We think that the evolutionary history of harmful interactions between small-bodied predators of the birds that are eaten by the snakes should make these predators afraid of snakeskin inside the nest. Pretty straightforward. That's kind of like literally what I said. And I guess it seems rather obvious, but I suppose you would have to study it to make sure that it actually works. It might change their decision-making process of whether or not they're going to go into the nest. Yep. Yeah. Bird watchers have documented the use of snakeskins in nests for centuries and speculated that it occurs more in cavity nests, but not in ones tested in this. But no one had tested this theory, said Rower. Interesting. So like this is just something people saw, but it was like never tested. It was just like, oh, that's why they do it. That's why it's just fucking obvious. It's just like, oh, look at they're putting fucking snake skins in the fucking trees. These crazy fucking birds. Why are they doing that? Let's scare away these fucking mice. And like no one ever thought it needed to be studied because it just seemed fucking obvious. But these people were like, it's not that fucking obvious. We need to give this a fucking testy. Sorry for all the cursing. But that's how they talk. In my head, that's like how they would talk about it. To test what benefits birds might be getting out of the snakeskin, the researchers explored if snakeskin could reduce nest predation, reduce harmful nest ectoparasites, change microbial communities in ways that benefit the birds, or for functioning as signal to parental quality, as function as a signal of parental quality and increase the effort parents make in raising their young. Oh, so maybe they were okay, that makes sense. So like they were thinking maybe there's like some sort of nutrient or like microbacteria that's beneficial to the birds, and then like kind of like seizing that snake skin and putting it up in the nest was actually had like some sort of like, I don't know, like nutritional benefit or a microbial benefit. Of these ideas, their results supported the nest predation hypothesis, but only in cavity nests. Pretty cool. Okay, so there was like some other things to speculate on why the birds would do it. It could have been a multi-factor thing though too. Did they test for that? Like I wonder if they tested for that. Like maybe it does all of those things and it's just like a super interesting, what would you call that, symbiotic relationship? I'm not really sure what the symbiotic relationship would be. I'm not sure what the snake gets out of it, but I definitely see what the birds get out of it. For this experiment, the researchers placed 2 quail eggs inside more than 60 nest boxes, 80 inactive American robin nests, placed around the Monkey Run natural area in Ithaca to simulate cavity and open cup nests. Some nests received snake skins collected from local snake breeder, and others did not. Every 3 days or 2 weeks, researchers carried a ladder through the Monkey Run to climb up to the nest and check on the eggs. Trail cameras revealed that small mammals and avian nest predators visited open cup nests, while small mammals, namely flying squirrels, visited the nest boxes. If you were one of those nest boxes and you had snakeskin, you had a much higher chance of surviving the 14-day period. Rower said the benefits of the material are most strongly expressed in cavity nests. It's probably a combination of just why birds make cavity nests to begin with. Maybe that's just a benefit of it, is that it confuses the fuck out of typical predators. But also seems like a snake hole, right? Pretty interesting. I thought that was a cool article I wanted to share with you guys. Like, birds are, like, maybe there's reasons why they take shiny things too, like, besides just like liking it. Maybe there's like an actual benefit to it. I think we need to study birds more. I think that's what we conclude from this article. We need to study the birds. They're doing strange things. They're stealing things. Why are they stealing so much? Why do they want their money? They like the coins. They like the plastic. They like the shiny objects. Why do they like them? Is it just a peace offering? Is it a way to impress the ladybirds? And they say, you want the bird? You want the lady? I think that's pretty interesting. stuff. Sorry for that brutal reading. I don't know what's wrong with my head. So I'm just going to go through my content now. Content's been pretty interesting. It's been pretty interesting. So I don't know if I covered this in the last podcast, but if I did, you're going to hear it again. You're going to hear it again and again and again and again. The Wolf Moon was on Wednesday. I think I put up a picture. Maybe I talked about the picture last time, but now I got the videos up. My editing was pretty brutal on the initial post, but if you look in the replies, I replied to that exact same post. It's the pinned post right now. It's going to change on Wednesday. So if you're listening to this past today and tomorrow, you might catch it early Wednesday. The video's a bit, for some reason, when I put in a stabilize, it was very shaky still. Shakier than it was without the stabilize. I got over stabilized it, I suppose. But I put in more stable versions of it. It's pretty cool. So there's a little red dot. That's Mars. The Wolf Moon is the first full moon of the year. It's called the Wolf Moon because of wolf activity. You hear them howling and chattering and stuff like that this time of year. It's coyote breeding season. It's probably wolf breeding season too. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just assuming so. Anyway, is it breeding season? I feel like it is. And I feel like they have their pups in the spring, but I'm not too sure, or like early summer. I have to look that up. Anyway, that's something for you guys to look up. Maybe I'm right. And like, oh, he's a genius. He kind of just knows this stuff without knowing it. Anyway, like Mars is the closest to Earth it's been in 2 years, and every 2 years it gets close to Earth and then it goes away. And this is why we have to time, if we're going to launch like a Mars mission, it would only be able to happen every 2 years. Interestingly enough, this is pretty cool. There's sort of like a procession of Mars, and throughout the night it ended up going behind the moon, and they came up from the other side. It's kind of like they're dancing. It's like two lovers that can only see each other every 2 years, and they had a little dance in the night sky. And I'm very grateful that the sky was clear. Mars is nice and red and bright. It doesn't appear as nice in the video as it does in person, so I would highlight. I think you still catch Mars a little bit outside, so I give it a whirl, give it a look. Posted this, what was this, yesterday? I found the heart of the river, photo Epion. So inside this, I have, in the center of the photo, a rock that is shaped almost perfectly like a heart, like way too close, like very good. The back is the river, and then you have my hand and a little bit of my gene in the bottom. This photo did exceptionally well, better than what I usually do, by far. As I'm looking at it right now, its reach is 560 people, 61 likes, 1 repost, 16 comments. and a lot of people I don't really interact with often. Pretty cool. I'm glad that did well. The post before that, not as good. Didn't break 100. 98 interactions or views. And this was just a little picture of some long neck danger ducks or cobra chickens. And I got some cute little baby geese and some big ones. It's not a great photo. It just seems like a photo anyone could take. Maybe that's why I didn't get that many likes. But 12 likes, 3 comments. A picture from when I was doing a hike in the middle of a bridge. Took a nice little river, mountain, sun shot. The sun looks a little ovally. It's kind of a bad... I don't know what happened there. But a nice little picture I took while crossing a river in the bridge last summer. 160 impressions, 9 likes, 5 comments. Also, what do we have here? On January 16th, it was Appreciated Dragon Day. Yes, I'm bringing back the dragon. We knew the controversy with Joe Rogan believing in dragons and stuff like that. Listen, it's kind of taken a bit out of context, but we could imagine, if we can imagine dinosaurs were real, how come we can't imagine dinosaurs with wings aren't real, okay? All right. Give it some thought. There's animals on Earth right now that are basically dragons. Komodo dragon, saltwater crocodile. They're fucking massive. That's a dragon. It's at least a dinosaur. And then what do we have? Oh, the new northern green anaconda that was recently discovered. Like, these things are fucking huge. They're fucking huge. Those are dragons, serpents. More moon stuff. Lots of moon stuff. I did a little stupid AI post. I thought this would get more interactions than it did. It didn't get very many. Myself and the beasts of Gévaudan versus you and any animal of your choice. Which animal are you bringing? Some wise guy in there said he would bring a beast of Gévaudan that was twice the size of my beast of Gévaudan. And that brings us back to last week's podcast. Not a whole lot of Post Malone's going on for me, I guess. Something cool did happen today, though. Somebody reposted me. Do you know who reposted me? Forrest Gallant. He's back, baby. He's back on X. He's back. He posted a cool picture of himself saving a bird when he was like 16. And he's like totally like, I don't know, like, it's like California beach guy, like beach hippie aesthetic. He looks pretty cool in it. And he's saving a seagull from fishing line. And I replied, the poster boy for making conservation cool. And then I guess like a day later he reposted it and it's like on his profile. So that's super cool that he's interactive, pumps stuff up. Like, bless him. God bless him. Yeah, that's it for content. That's it for the contenito. That's it for the contenito. For the ex-contenito. For the X contenito. That's it. It's a short episode this week. I'm not going to bore you. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of different things that you don't care about. You got the birds. You got the birds with the nests. The beautiful nest with the snake skin. The shedded snake skin. They put it on there. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Do you like my snake skin nests? That's what they say to people. Not, do you like my snakeskin purse? No, they don't care about the purse. They don't care about the boots. It's all about the shelter, the nest, the beautiful nest. Donald, this is RFK. The snake skin is good for the nest. It provides a positive microbiome for the birds when they're born. They eat the skin. Provides a nice calcium and sodium-based diet for the young. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, I hope that was entertainment for some people. I don't really know who, but fuck, someone might enjoy it. All right, folks. Take care. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to. I hope to bring a better podcast to you next week. Hopefully this one was a little bit of all right. Take care, Wolfpack. Wolfpackerinos.